3, 2, 1, go! This is probably every stern Euro player's worst nightmare. A game full of dice rolling to move and attack. And then there's also gobs and gobs of alien minis. In fact, the faster you roll and act, normally the better you do. And it's all real time, so it's very hard to keep track of perfectly what's going on. But first, we do know what's going on with today's sponsor. I've had my eye on Project Elite for years and decided to finally pull the trigger and get myself a used copy. And holy moly, does this game deliver. This is not going to be a shelf-size styled review and a normal standard recommender score and all that. No, we've only played the first mission. This is just mostly to tell you that I played this game and the hype is real. Here's the deal. The world is screwed in the most sci-fi shoot 'em up style possible. And it's up to you, the elite, juiced up soldiers to save humanity. In game terms, you and a bunch of buddies need to prevent the enemy horde from killing any of you or getting to your end zone. This is failure. Mission failed. You, on the other hand, must complete an objective. This one we have on screen is shooting 3 of these camps of aliens a bunch, meaning you roll dice into them. You got rounds of 2 minutes where you pick up dice and roll them and see what you get. The bad red must be resolved immediately, meaning one alien moves 1 space forward. Oh, also if they collide into you, you lose health and get pushed back. If aliens collide into each other, front 1, move forward, oh no. For the rest of the dice, you can spend them to move, or you can slot the dice into a weapon to spend. Then you roll dice equal to the weapon stats and try to get hits for what it says. If you're out of dice or don't want to use some of them, just re-roll all your dice and keep going. Yes, that means that the faster you do your actions, the more you're literally doing every single round. End of round, all aliens will move forward, and some will attack you if you're next to them. Then start of next round, you flip a random event, spawn aliens, and maybe spawn bosses. You got different asymmetric abilities, different weapons, and different ways to get more cool items, with the endless swarms of aliens coming. So, what are you waiting for, soldier? Get out there. Why does this work so well besides the awesome minis and just general strong sci-fi vibe of the game? It's far from a brainless shoot 'em up. And that is why it's so stressful. 8 rounds is not a lot of time, and baddies are constantly spawning. So you need to work out how to position your team to remove threats efficiently, spacing accordingly to not get hit by them at the end of the round, or maybe you have enough time to kill other groups of aliens. Oh, we also have to work towards objective, duh. Some objective areas are next to the alien spawn, so that's extremely risky. Then there's a talking between rounds where you can take a breather and discuss what your plan is now with the new game state. And then there's, again, chaos in the 2 minutes. And if you're really good, you can talk during the 2 minutes as you roll your dice and figure out what to do real time, but it's not really so much like talking, it can be more like yelling, okay?
I also need guns. 2 move. I move. Just 1. Okay. Gun, shoot. Alright.
Oh, grab my guns!
Okay.
I feel like I'm just going even. I need to actually do the objective. Put on the green one, just do it.
1, 2. I
Yes. Do the objective.
18 seconds. And I'll move there. Why do I take damage? Oh my god. Make a play for killing that game. I got him. No. Okay, thank god.
Since you'll be moving yourself and bad guys during the real timeness, you're rewarded by keeping an eye on your allies to see what they're up to. I'm awful at this, by the way. Project Elite also uses a very fitting locked versus non-locked die system, where sometimes once you commit a die, you don't get it back until the end of the round. For some items, this means that you don't always use them. For objectives, this means that you want to pace when you commit to them during the round, because dump dice there too early and then you just sit around doing nothing, and then try to put dice on it too late means you might not fill up the objective, and then your dice come back to you end of round. Lots of wasted effort there. In terms of real-timeness, Project Elite just knocks it out of the park with components, with minis all being distinct from each other, and would you look at that? Every single of the standard aliens is 1 HP, so you kill one, just move it off the board. Easy peasy. No health tracking required there. Movement arrows on the board are crystal clear. Each symbol for dice are super distinct, and cool mini or not gives you these mini bases to keep allies distinct. Oh, there's also an included timer, but we actually just used the app instead and hooked it up to these big speakers behind me for big epicness. Really gets your heart going when you hear those alarms going, right? Just got roll. There's also fan-made timers online that we have yet to use. Lastly, there's the fact that this is filled with cool ingredients to keep interest up within and for future games. Bosses all have their own ability with different stats. Like this one makes aliens move faster. There's all sorts of cool items to search for and use, from grenade launchers, infinite range items, ways to heal yourself, ways to upgrade your weapons, etc, etc. The only weird thing I found with this game is that one player has some weird ruling. Like it makes monster spawn be treated as 2 players, but then it doesn't give you starting items based off of 2 players. Seems like an oversight, especially since 1 player is actually harder than 2 players since you're controlling 2 heroes instead of 1. That is the true heart attack board gaming, especially in summer where it's been hitting 100 degrees on the regular. But Ashton, what the heck? How do you avoid cheating in this game? How do you mitigate bad searches or really weird monster spawns? Well, you can't. You can't, and that's not really the point of this game. It's to have a sweaty delight dice chucking with your buddies to save the world from aliens. There's no shortage of shoot 'em up action with your friends on this map and these nail-biting moments as you try to get a gun, get a gun before the timer runs out. Get a gun, where's the gun? A gun. But if you don't like real-time games and or massive output randomness, definitely stay away. Since even though there are different missions to change maps and objectives, it looks like there's still going to be constant frantic dice rolling because that's the core loop of the game. FYI, this isn't a game with unlockables either. It looks like there's always the same 3 grunts spawning from their same spawn deck, and all bosses are always in the deck. It's an hour-long real-time game, so it can be a disconnect between party game and normal board game co-op experience. But make no mistake, this is a full-fledged game with lots of ingredients to suck you in and keep your group planning, with plenty of stress involved. Maybe you might enjoy how you can play a 5-player meaty co-op game in an hour and still let everyone feel like they're always doing something without quarterbacking. Maybe you're just a masochist and want to play single player all the time and give yourself anxiety as you dart between 2 minis. Whatever you choose, it's all very time-efficient board gaming in a shoot 'em up style with the real time. For me, I like it, 7 out of 10. It's such a novel experience that does exhaust me a little bit more than I thought with the constant dice rolling, the eye darting, and then the mini moving you have to do. The game is feeling slightly repetitive solo, and this is probably more so because I don't like moving the gobs of minis every single round. But Project Elite provides such an instant thrill and different feeling than other games, and I'm sure I'm gonna be introducing this to a lot more people to see how the vibe is. It's very much, hey, this is a weird game, I'm gonna explain it to you, but you won't really know how it feels like until after the first round is over, and then you've experienced the whole, oh my god, okay, move, bad, good, move, okay, move it on the map, okay, reroll everything, okay, oh, that's really good move, okay, I move twice, move. Oh my gosh, this game is very stressful. After about 1 game, I'm done. Can you imagine being forced to finish all the missions in 1 sitting in 100-degree weather? Oh my gosh, I think that I don't know what level of hell that would be. Oh my goodness. Anyways, Project Elite's lightheartedness and shoot 'em up nature reminds me of playing Metal Slug in arcades when I was younger, where it was so cool thematically and mechanically, but didn't have the most legs for me solo, but I'm always down to split screen with Buddy. And there's so many more missions to play. I'm gonna be playing this slowly over time. Not probably gonna make a review on this, so this will be a purely for funsies sort of game for me. Now, we could end with some real footage of me getting blasted by this game single player.
Yes, 1, 2. Two.